Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of couch potatoes in love that love reacting to The Bad Batch.
We do.
So this is The Bad Batch, Season 2, Episode 8. You can get early ad-free access to these reactions and get a month ahead on Patreon. Also see our full watch-along reactions that way. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Meditating again?
Trying. Ganji taught me, but it doesn't work for me the way it did for him.
He's a Jedi.
I still like it though. You want to try?
No, I don't enjoy solitude. I had enough of that on Skako Minor. If it weren't for this squad, I'd still be a prisoner there, or worse.
Is that what made you join them?
This was where I fit, where I was needed.
We have an incoming transmission. It's Rex.
Hey, boys. Any chance I could use your squad's expertise for a mission? Finally! I'm tired of waiting around for Sid. What do you need, Rex?
Extraction.
I'll explain everything when you get to Coruscant. Coruscant? That's a big ask,
Hmm.
Captain.
Why? What's on Coruscant?
It is the galactic capital, and thus the heart of the Empire.
But the Empire thinks we're dead. They won't be looking for us. I'd like to keep it that way. It's a covert mission, a simple data extraction, but a crucial one. I'll send over a flight plan to bypass Imperial security and coordinates to a safe landing zone. We're on our way.
The Bad Batch is involved. It's never just a simple mission. Otherwise, Rex would have called somebody else.
Glad you made. This is Senator Ryo Chuchi. These are the special clones I told you about.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Why are we here, Captain? Inside, there's something I want you to see. He's an assassin. His identifying number's been wiped.
I was not aware that was possible.
Who is his target? Clone contact of mine named Slip. He said he was in danger. I came to Coruscant to get him out, but the assassin got to him first. Nearly got the senator too. Why would a clone be targeting another clone or a senator?
To silence us, Admiral Rampart has the entire Senate believing Kamino was lost to a cataclysmic storm. Slip witnessed the truth. I wanted him
so
to
did the Bad
testify
Batch.
to Rampart's crimes.
We were there too, Senator. I can be your witness. The Senate won't listen to any of us. We're deserters. Hunter's right, but there's another way to provide the Senate with the evidence of the Empire's crimes. The command log on Rampart's Venator. Slip made a copy of it on the ship's backup databanks. Where's the Venator now? Being retrofitted at the Imperial shipyard, right here on Coruscant. Lots of security, but I know a way in.
Rampart's
'Cause
defense
I'm
recruitment bill
Rex.
goes to a vote tomorrow. We must prove his crimes before it passes. I'll return to the Senate and garner support where I can.
You could still be in danger.
Then I must be on the right track.
I can go with her and keep an eye out.
You can't enter the Senate district without an Imperial security clearance.
That will not be a problem.
Then let's get to work.
What exactly does a senator do?
We serve the galaxy. We act as the voice of the people.
But what does that mean?
Where I'm taking you next, you'll see.
Senator Chuchi.
Mainly means
Seems
whoever
surprised
pays
to
us
see
the
me,
most.
Admiral.
We say that
Not at
they
all.
speak for our
I
people.
was just making a few preparations for tomorrow's vote.
Indeed,
She doesn't
I am
like
looking
him.
forward to it.
If you'll excuse me.
She has good reason not to.
Senator won't be a problem.
I've taken care of it. There's nothing else she can do.
You had better hope so. No more delays on this vote, Rampart.
This is where the Senate gathers to discuss many pressing issues and legislation, where the future of the galaxy is decided, for better or worse. Each pod belongs to the numerous representatives and delegates.
Which one belongs to the clones?
Clones do not have representation in the Senate.
That's a good question to ask.
Why not? We're part of this galaxy too.
There are those who view clones only as military assets. But I am working to change that, to ensure you all have the same rights as any galactic citizen. It is a battle worth fighting.
What was that?
A message.
An assassin? It appears Rampart is resourceful in covering up his misdeeds.
Which is why I intend to be equally resourceful. Some associates of mine are helping procure evidence of his attack on Kamino to present to the Senate.
You're confident they can accomplish this?
Very. Don't leave such an important task to chance. Other senators may have intel useful to my efforts.
If you're intent on seeing this through, then there is someone you should speak with. But her cooperation may not be forthcoming. Halle Bertoni.
Who's that?
Former senator for Kamino.
She was part of the Defense Finance Committee before being removed from office. Follow the money. It always leaves a trail.
Sound
Senator
advice.
Bertoni,
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Are armed guards really necessary?
There is a matter I must discuss with you.
Then speak.
Tell me about the missing Senate appropriation funds that were earmarked for operations on Kamino. Funding for the cloning facilities has been siphoned off for over the past year. You had to have known.
Of course I did.
Where did the money go? Who diverted the funds?
You're a fool to bring me here. Do you know what happens when you dig around where you shouldn't?
Your people deserved.
My
dig your own
people
hole.
are gone.
Your own
The
grave.
few remaining Kaminoans scattered throughout the galaxy are of no importance to me, and therefore not my concern.
How can you not care about what happened on Camino?
Why do you care, child?
Because I'm a clone too. It was my home. I was there. I saw the Empire destroy everything, and I'm angry what they did. It's not right.
That's an understatement.
I suspected an attack was imminent. Lamasu was arrogant, too confident. His clones were a necessity to the Empire, but none of us are.
Did Admiral Rampart divert the funds?
You already know the answer.
Yeah.
But yes.
You must testify to that in front of the Senate tomorrow.
She's not gonna do that.
He cannot continue to get away with what he's done.
Rampart is a mere cog in the machine, and my word won't do you any good. You need concrete proof.
I need both, and I'm running out of time.
Wrecker, get to work on the hatch.
Just punches it.
Haven't been in these maintenance tunnels since the war. Gotta say, Rex, Coruscant's the last place I'd expect you to be. It's worth the risk. More and more of our brothers are waking up to what's been done to them. I can't turn my back on them. How many have you reached? Not enough. Troopers who know too much are a liability to the Empire. I'm working with a few contacts I trust, but
You gotta meet back up with
they're
Cody.
spread pretty thin. Help's hard to come by these days. Got it. Right, Shields.
Leave it to me.
And how are we getting onto Rampart's Venator? I'm taking a lesson from your squad. We improvise.
Also, Rex, I think you've
We
improvised
won't get across the
a fair
ship
few amount of times with you're running around with Anakin.
Not on foot.
Clever. Oh shit! And it's like no one cares that Wrecker hates heights. Keep having him put in these situations.
Better. Don't look down.
I have bypassed the controls. Hang on.
That's odd.
That is unfortunate.
Wanna narrow that down?
Energy conduits are offline. The only way to retrieve the data is to reroute power, which will most likely signal a
Alert.
security
Yep.
breach.
How much time will we have?
Not much.
Then let's make it quick.
I thought I was gonna give him a precise amount of time.
So did I.
On vessel VZ-114. We have a possible security breach. Patrol squads to trench Alpha 7. Onboard sentries, report to the bridge.
We're gonna have some company. Wrecker, seal the door.
Controls are out of commission. Override them.
I don't want to hold much longer.
I am expediting the file transfer as quickly as possible.
Hostiles confirmed on the bridge.
New plan. 14, 5, 86. All of them? Yes. Echo, man the cannons. Deal with the air support.
Not never, but like very rarely. Wrecker did a couple times.
Transfer is complete.
Yeah.
Landmine set. Activate.
One way to do it.
Security teams will be swarming
It was very dramatic. His like upward before he passed out. Like I believed that stormtrooper felt that stun.
We only
Performance
need the
issues.
duration. I can handle the rest.
This shouldn't be interesting.
Ah, cool.
Not bad.
I was off by 6.4 meters. Not my best.
It's almost morning. We need to hurry.
With the clone trooper provisions requested by Senator Chuchi now addressed and the matter resolved, there is no reason to delay the vote of the Imperial Defense Recruitment Bill further.
That is not the case, Admiral. We cannot take you on your word when you have given us reason not to.
And
Gosh, she's actually getting her
reason is that?
to
According to
testify.
Halle Bertoni, you were responsible for diverting Kaminoan funding to outside projects without Senate approval.
And you believe the lies of a disgraced senator.
A formal investigation should clear things up, unless you want to tell us now where those funds went.
She's got balls.
This to Senator Chuchi.
Are we late?
I am not at liberty to disclose the nature of certain military operations. The funds you are referring to were redistributed, not misappropriated.
How
Your
convenient.
actions began months prior to the loss of Topeka City. Almost as if you were preparing for it.
Careful use of
What
language.
exactly are you implying?
I assert that the Kaminoan cloning facilities were intentionally eliminated.
I will not dignify such baseless accusations with more of my time.
Where is this proof you spoke of?
If there are no further issues, let us proceed with this vote.
I motion that Senator Chuchi be removed from these proceedings and she be censured for her misconduct.
Of course you do.
I second.
And of course she's second.
Senator O'Connor, got it.
Senators, new evidence has come to light which must be considered.
What so-called proof do you have?
The
Shut up
recovered
and-
command log from Admiral Ramparts
Yeah.
Venator,
That are
which indicates
submitted.
his own ships caused the destruction of Tipoca City.
Who's gonna twist it around? Well, they had to.
It would appear that Senator Chuchi's horrific assertions are correct. This unprovoked attack on Camino was a cowardly act by Admiral Rampart.
You're under the bus, dude.
Agenda. Guards, arrest and detain the Admiral.
Stay back.
I was following orders. Order. We shall have order.
I am deeply troubled by this recent revelation. My gratitude to Senator Chuchi for exposing a rogue element within our ranks. Many lives have been lost, but I assure you, Admiral Rampart will face the consequences for his treachery. However, he did not act alone. The fact that the clones under his command so blindly followed orders, inflicting such carnage without hesitation.
Oh,
And they
wow.
get what they want anyways.
It is time for a change now, more than ever. Building a strong galaxy requires protection.
He's so fucking good.
Security. Due to the nefarious actions of Admiral Rampart and the immediacy of the bill on the floor today, it is my opinion that this legislation is our future. With this momentous act, we shall usher in a new era heralded by the Imperial Stormtrooper. Palpatine was one step ahead of us
Official
during the
Stormtroopers.
war, and he's still several steps ahead of us. We played right into his hands.
I don't understand. We did the right thing. We told the truth.
And he
was twisted.
twisted it to his advantage. The Emperor wanted us to implicate Rampart to get what he was after all along. Senate approval for his Stormtrooper program. The fate of all the clones is now sealed. Because of us. What's gonna happen to them?
I don't know, but I will keep fighting for the clones. You all deserve the same rights as every citizen. I won't give up.
If you need anything, Rex, just say the word. Senator, wherever you end up, remember what I said.
Don't get into trouble without us.
I think he's staying with Rex.
Best of luck.
But you said that
Luck with
where you
what?
belong.
I'm going with
oh my
Rex. The clones will need our help now more than ever. I can't turn my back on them.
You can't leave. We're a squad.
Omega,
Family.
this is something I have to do. Going where I'm needed.
We need you too.
It's not forever. I'll be back. Keep up with your training while I'm gone.
In the third season.
Understood?
That was again, it was just so great to see like the Palpatine. I mean, terrible. It's not like I'm rooting for him. But it's just so impressive
Yeah.
that like I mean it was cool to see because it brings you back like to Clone Wars. And that's what they keep doing. Like, you know, they bring in these characters from Clone Wars and like obviously like outside of Clone Wars as well. I mean, it's not like Palpatine was just in Clone Wars. But the fact of like his manipulation, like always being one step ahead and like just being the ultimate puppet master. And you're like, how could he have known that this is the way it would have gone down? But it's like, but if it didn't go down this way, then he had plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, so it was going to go down one of these ways for him to like just rise up there. You're like, damn, you know, he's a busy dude, Palpatine. So you know, there's like, it's like, oh yeah. Oh, so this is how it's going to shake out. Okay. I need to be there so I can deliver this and like right away. Oh man. Such an evil genius.
What Palpatine is so good at is creating a situation in which he can't lose.
Yep.
But
Good, but yeah, perfect way to say it.
If they hadn't come forward with the evidence and nobody believed the senator, cool. Rampart has his marching orders and it'll be fine. If they do come up with evidence, then as long as you have no morals and no loyalty to your troopers and the people who work for you, then all you got to do is throw them under a bus and come out somehow righteous and yet also able to pivot to exactly the same outcome. It is impressive. It's horrible and yet impressive. That obviously is like the big takeaway, and then tech.
Echo.
God, I always want to say that because he looks so techy to me with the headgear that for some reason I like want to call him tech. I think this is actually kind of a perfect next move for his character in a lot of ways. They've made Wrecker indispensable to the activities of the team. They've made Tech indispensable. Obviously Hunter. And of course Omega is like who we're following throughout all this. Echo always was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out in some ways, because his contributions were important and he was a beloved part of the team, and yet they weren't crucial most of the time. And obviously with everything that he as a character has been through, to have a strong desire to speak up for clones, to defend clones, to try to fight for a better world for clones, it all makes such perfect sense. And that, you know, when Omega is ready to cry and saying like, but you can't leave, and he says, this is something I need to do. Like, you believe that, you feel that in the way that he says it. So
obviously it means we get less of Echo, but hopefully when we do check in on him and but he's also with Rex, so we get more Rex. So that's the trade-off there. I agree that like this has seemed like the right step, the right move narratively for the Bad Batch and for Echo, for him to kind of step away for a little bit, team up with Rex, and and just like help out the clones. I know we're probably not going to get it, but like I would like to know what happens to Rampart. Like I would like to see it. It's a bonus extra. Rampart fatality.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
or nothing's going to happen to him. And like, they'll just, he'll just be out of the spotlight.
No, I think for Palpatine's self-image, he'll follow through on it. Yeah. I don't think Palpatine's loyal to anyone.
Oh, no, he's definitely not.
So,
but does he have another use for him?
Rampart was a tool that I feel like this moment has outlived its purpose.
Well, I mean, so we got a new Herbie, which is our Roomba, which is an iRobot.
Yes.
And so, because the last one kind of wasn't really working, and that's why we had to get a new one. But like it kind of like works like occasionally.
It charges once in a blue moon.
Yeah, once in a blue moon. So we're gonna throw it away, and then Bethany was like, "Oh, why don't we just put it like in the garage, and it can like clean up and like the leaves and crap out there, and if it works, great. All we need to do is like have it occasionally." And so like he could be like, that could be with Rampart. It's like you think there's no more use for him, but it's like, hey, maybe he can clean up the garage. So maybe that's what I'm saying is like, it's like, no, I don't think that Palpatine has loyalty for him, but if he's like, hey, I got another use for this guy, like he could take out the trash, or something, then I'm going to use him like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like I said, I want to see the fatality, but.
Interesting idea. And I do think there would maybe be a use for him if he hadn't been so publicly disgraced. Because at this moment in time, cat's out of the bag.
Whatever, they put him in a little stormtrooper outfit. No one can see his face. It's fine.
Well, there's that. Although he was never very brave.
Yeah, this is true.
He was always very self-righteous and egotistical and believed himself to be sort of like a bigger man than he is. He was not known for incredible intellect or courage or integrity. So
if he goes into a firing squad, I just hope Crosshair's there.
And I
think you get some satisfaction from that.
This was our in memoriam for Rampart.
Yeah, that's our in memoriam. So if you want to get early ad-free access to our reactions and get a month ahead, check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Also see our full watch-along reactions that way. Thanks so much for seeing our reaction for The Bad Batch, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.